The tortoise was the most crafty of all the animals. He had natural wisdom, and he liked to apply this in the things he did. Sometimes, though, it turned out that his wise decisions were not wise at all. Once upon a time, there was famine in the land of the animals. Food was very scarce and most of the animals were starving. Only the crane stayed fresh and fat. The tortoise noticed this and went up to the crane and requested for something to eat. "I see that you have lost no weight," the tortoise said to the crane. "Can you give me a bit of what you eat that I may not starve?" The crane had compassion on the tortoise and gave him some palm fruits. The tortoise was delighted and he set upon the palm fruit with glee. He ate and was satisfied. Then he turned to the crane and said, "I thought that we're such good friends, but you have a stash of palm fruits this famine and refuse to give me some until I have to ask you. I wouldn't do that to someone I call a friend." The crane began to feel guilty, which was what the tortoise intended with his calculated words. "I don't have a stash of palm fruits," the crane said. "I fly every day across 7 lands and 7 seas to a distant island in the middle of the Great Sea. There is a palm tree on it and it's the only one that has fruits. Then I pray my friend crane, let me go with you that I may get some of the fruits for myself." But the crane knew it was wiser to get some palm fruits for the tortoise rather than carrying the tortoise over such a great distance and then collect palm fruits for both of them and then carry them all back. And he said so. The tortoise agreed, but when it got dark, he went to the house of the crane and crawled into his sack. The following day, the crane took his bag and set out to obtain the palm fruits, not knowing the tortoise was inside. He flew over 7 lands and 7 seas till he got to the Great Sea. He flew till he got to the palm tree in the middle of the sea. Then he alighted and began to harvest the palm fruits. But unlike before, after several hours of putting the fruits inside the bag was not getting any fuller. Unknown to him, the tortoise was eating the palm fruits as he was dropping them, and he chewed a hole into the bottom of the sack and was disposing of the palm kernels through it. After so much toil and labor, the crane decided to check the sack to know what might be wrong. Lo and behold, he saw the tortoise with the hole in the sack. He got so angry that he set the tortoise on the island, filled his sack with palm fruits and flew home. And thus, the decision the tortoise thought was wise turned out to be unwise. When the story was told with many other adventures of the crafty animal, it was concluded that the tortoise was not really wise, he was just smart. Wisdom will usually yield good results, but smartness can get a person into a disadvantageous position. Like the tortoise who was now marooned on a strange island. Did he ever escape? We will find out in the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe so you'll get notified of future updates. See you next time.